So we think this one's sweet Sicily, but we're not sure.
We think so.
It's got a strong smell of licorice, that,
It
hasn't it?
really is, isn't it?
This one's sour thistle, which is edible.
Do you know this one, Blaine?
No.
It is lesser celandine, or possibly if it's down here, marsh marigold. So don't quote me on the common name. That's a buttercup family.
So is that one edible?
I don't know, because I don't know if it's celandine or marsh marigold. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we look here, there's no green sepal. So there's a greenish yellow.
Yeah.
So I suspect that these ones are sepals. They might all be sepals and there's no petals, which could be something that we use. Many stamen. You see the stamen all around the outside, and then in the centre, those would be pistils. And this is a good example. On top of the stamen we have an anther, which I remember as being an antler. It's quite an easy way of remembering. It's like an antler. So sometimes the anthers are divided into 2 or 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And that is another thing that we can use to identify. The main stalk of the stamen is called a filament, which I remember as Phil, which is a man's name. So they're all sort of male things. So stamen, Phil, I meant, antlers. So that's buttercup family.
It does look like a buttercup.
Yeah,
Doesn't it?
it's buttercup family. So those many stamen, that's really identifiable.
This one's golden saxifrage, which is edible.
It's the rose family, and that's it's got the red stalk. Look, it's got net veins, so it's a dicot. Rose family again.
Is it prickly? It looks like it's got hooks.
No, it's not prickly.
Are they just young leaves?
But
So that one's meadowsweet.
that's meadowsweet.
I've seen that fully grown with the fluffy flowers on it.
And if
but
you
I've not
smell
seen
it, yeah, just have a little smell of that. Crush it up a bit.
That's very licoricey, aniseedy, isn't it?
Very aromatic. Yeah.
I can't get any licorice, but
No, I'm not getting licorice, but
the
sweet.
smell of
Is
it.
it still on my fingers
sort
from
of
that?
creamy and aromatic.
Might still be on my fingers from that other plant. Yeah. No, it's not the licorice, that's still on my
Not
fingers
licorice.
from that other one.
And the flowers are just amazing. You get this scent. It's like if you're ever lucky enough to walk through a field of meadowsweet. Oh
Come
God,
down
you'll
here
never
again
forget.
for summer.
Yeah.
Which is probably something to watch out for when you're trying to identify plants and you're looking for smells and that you've not still got the lingering smell on your fingers from something else.
Yeah. You know, you have to think about contamination. Willow has salicylic acid or aspirin. This also has it. But obviously with that smell, I mean, you'd prefer to eat that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If you wanted some aspirin. That's amazing. It's just wonderful. Can you see the shape of the leaf?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's abundant here.
So you just chew a bit of that to get the aspirin out of it.
Yeah, you could do.
This one's sorrel.
Sorrel, yeah. Have you not tried it?
It's quite a distinctive shaped leaf,
It
leaf
is,
on it,
yeah.
isn't it?
Let's.
This one's sorrel, that's another edible.
Yeah.
It's quite lemony, isn't it?
It is lemony. It's really lovely. It's oxalic acid. So it's same family as rhubarb. So it's got the same tartness that rhubarb has got.
Yeah.
And
That's really lemony.
Yeah, it comes from oxalic acid. So for the same reason that you don't eat rhubarb leaves, because it's got oxalate crystals, which will concentrate in your kidneys and give you kidney stones. Okay, so what we've found here is a beech tree, and we've got the young leaves that are just coming out of their buds. And while they're still young and papery, they're edible. And we were just discussing making leaf curd. So you would take lots of leaves. They'd have to be edible leaves, and not too fibrous or rich in tannin or any kind of chemical. Blend the leaves up in water, and then strain out the fibre, and then cook the juice, and then strain again. And the proteins will coagulate through that cooking.
Yeah.
And then strain it through muslin or a very fine cloth. And that will give you a leaf curd. It'll give you solid proteins.
So would you just eat that as it is then, or
yeah,
would you
could do, or you could
add it to stews and things, or
make a pasta, a green pasta with it. That's nice. Or you can dry it out completely and use it as a sprinkle. It's really, really savoury.
Use it like tofu.
Yeah, use it like tofu. It's just a really great thing to do. It's really fun as well to actually see, because you hear about there being protein in leaves. Well, you can actually see it and taste it. It's wonderful. In my right hand we've got an iris, and then in my left hand we've got a cattail. That's Typha latifolia, and that's iris. I don't know the species name, but it's Iridaceae, that's the family. And you can see the cross section of the leaves is flattened, and it's got a pink rhizome. And then this has a white rhizome, and that's more spongy. And then it's only the central portion that is eaten, and that's a lot firmer. You can snap it like a twig. But don't quote me on that. There might be different irises. They might all be different colours. There might be irises with white tubers. It's still something that I'm getting to know myself. So do look into it for yourself.
The other thing with the iris, if you look at the end of the leaf, slightly diamond triangular shape, where if you look at the leaf on the cattail, if you break the leaf off, it's like a smiley crescent shape.
Yeah, that's a good.
So that's another way that you can tell the difference with those.
I haven't picked any cattail leaves to show because they've not come up. So obviously in this location the iris are coming up a bit quicker, I believe. I might be wrong though. Okay, I'm wrong. So they've come up at the same time. Let's have a look at the cross section.
It's easier to tell when the leaves are a bit bigger, but
Okay, you can't really tell from that.
it is starting to show that you've got like the it's not quite formed yet, it's a bit too young, but you can see it's starting to get into the smiley face shape, and it's not got that little triangular point on it. Like
Yeah, it very definitely doesn't have that the iris does, the little ridge. So it's got the, where is it? Strip the muck off. There we go, the white rhizome that's spongy, and you can see a bit better that it's round. It doesn't have the same profile at all really. The leaves all hug the stalk in a C shape.
Yeah.
So you can see a bit better if I pull them back there. It's almost completely round, that. and the iris doesn't have that.